This week we lost a legend, an incredible artist, writer in the comic world. We knew it was coming eventually, but it still doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. Legendary comic book artist George Perez, who helped define the look of DC Comics in the 80s and drew the pivotal Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover event, has finally passed away. He was 67 years old. Perez announced his cancer diagnosis back in December of 2021, revealing that he had stage 3 pancreatic cancer. Perez told fans at the time that he had decided to forego chemotherapy, which he was told had a low chance of success anyway, and instead spent as much time as he could with his family, friends, and fans. George, you will be missed. Your work will continue to live on in infamy. You, sir, are a legend and will never be forgotten. So on behalf of myself, Do You Speak Geek, and every other comic fan around the world, thank you, George, and rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek?
DYSG, keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs, dope topics, come see. DYSG, keep it real, that's key. We the best OGs, dope topics, come see. I got a question, do you speak geek? New episodes on the podcast dropping each week. Get hip to the game, I'm giving y'all a sneak peek. Flavor for your ears, bars flowing on unique beats. Blurs and nerds, freaks and geeks. The Source Wall, Wednesday dropping comics you should cop. I think you'd ought to peep. Don't sleep on Dono and Nix. They preaching the gospel, real ish, ill like mono, they sick. Thumb life if you're into games with combos and kicks. This podcast is a gift, it's as real as it gets. Blurs taking over, with clever marketing we gain exposure. Feeding the community magic, your boy's a nerd promoter. The dialogue is Jimmy Crackcorn, we aiming for gold. The truth was told, I can't speak for other platforms. Sharp as cats out like knives, claws, and tack thorns. We blacking out, going crazy like a black storm. DYSG, don't forget to follow back. Hosting on the airwaves, always keeping it a stack. Flowers to my haters, psych, I ain't giving y'all jack. Number 1 on the charts, give your boy a gold plaque.
Ladies and gentlemen, your boy is back. Did y'all miss me? Man, it's been too long since I talked to y'all, man. Your boy Nix is back in the building. This is Do You Speak Geek, the podcast where we bring you all the latest and greatest inside the geek realm. This is episode 116, man. Shout out. I got a lot of shout outs. Shout out to, first of all, everyone who has been listening, who has been rocking with DYSG thus far. And if you are new, welcome to Do You Speak Geek. Shout out to the Sartorial and Geek podcast. There's an episode out there, episode 108. You may hear a familiar voice or two on there. I don't know, but please be sure to check them out. Shout out to them. Pull up on IG this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I was talking to an amazing cosplayer, Shady Hayes. Yo, if you've seen her cosplays, they're phenomenal. So pull up. We're talking to her. And also, don't forget to hit up YouTube. First Friday Fights for May is up. Me and Dono are going in on Brightburn versus Deku. So the First Friday Fights for May is up. Go check that out. Do You Speak Geek, the podcast, man? You can find it everywhere. We are literally everywhere. So wherever you get your podcast, be sure to search for Do You Speak Geek and hit that subscribe. Shout out to all new subscribers, all new followers. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the MVPs. Y'all are why I do what I do. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. DoYouSpeakGeek.com, the central hub for everything DYSG. The blog is there. The merch is there. Get some merch. The podcast is there. The social media contact is there. Everything is there. So hit up DYSGgeek.com and, say this is a favorite. And follow us on social media. Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, and Instagram, TikTok, and Quirk Chat at DoYouSpeakGeek. And once again, don't forget the YouTube channel. The Dono and Daddy Show is there, the only place where you can find it. Please be sure to subscribe, like, Hulk, smash that bell for all notifications, and leave comments. We want to know what you guys think. So I decided to come back on a very short week, a very dry week, I should say. But I was coming back one way or another, I promised y'all. So let's go ahead and do what we do about this time, people. Let's speak geek.
Suit up.
I wanna be the very best.
Talk nerdy to me.
Are you ready? All right, folks. Moon Knight Season 1, featuring a brilliant, and I mean brilliant, performance from my man Oscar Isaac. A massive platter of out there ideas that succeeds more than it stalls. It was definitely a great show. I don't know what half of y'all were talking about. I mean, if y'all just couldn't get into it, if you just didn't get it, then you just didn't get it. But for those of us who got it, we enjoyed it, and it was a phenomenal show. Can't wait if they do a season 2. Doesn't sound like it's gonna happen, but maybe one day we'll see another outing from Moon Knight. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Saw this last night. Are there aspects of Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness that could be better? Definitely. The script is downright hokey sometimes, and there are odd moments that are weird for the sake of it, not without adding anything to the overall lore or character development. But with that said, the score is amazing, the performances are great, and fans will never be bored. This movie was dope. It's definitely one you have to go see. There's some fan service in there, absolutely, and I am a fan of fan service. I'm not sure if the rest of you are, but I don't mind fan service. But yeah, dope movie. Go check it out. Please do that. And finally, the Pentaverate Season 1. There are rare parts of the Pentaverate that demonstrate how Mike Myers' brand of humor can still feel fun and fresh even here in 2022, but too much of it proves to be the opposite. In fact, a lot of it unfolds as confounding scenes that don't even seem to be designed to be funny. It's a shame because so much effort went into Myers getting layered up in makeup for all these characters, and the result is just so mid. So if you're a big fan of Mike Myers, you'll enjoy it. But I mean, outside of that, the movie was very mid. It was a very mid movie, and I don't know, maybe just I didn't enjoy it. But to each his own out there. To each his own. Let's go ahead and hop into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all already know the vibes. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the source wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. Let's hop right into it. The pull list this week, we got Blood Syndicate Season 1, Number 1. Y'all, you've asked for it, and we delivered. The Blood Syndicate is back. Wise Sun and Tech 9 have returned from their military tours in Afghanistan, and life in Dakota City could not be more different. While Icon and Rocket have been busy cleaning up the streets, Bang Babies have been forming rival gang factions. With Holocaust's influence and superpower army growing, who will look out for the people of Paris Island when the Capes aren't watching? What secrets do Wise and Tech hide from their time overseas? As the struggle for power in the chaotic streets spills into war, who will emerge victorious as the new kings of Paris Island? Original Blood Syndicate series artist Chris Cross teams up with rising star Jeffrey Thorne in this reimagining of the fan favorite Milestone series, which blows open the next wild chapter in the Milestone universe. Yo, first of all, shout out to my Uncle Navy Montel. I know that he is super geeked for this one. And his excitement has me excited, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm definitely gonna pick this one up. Hulk vs. Thor, Banner of War Alpha #1. Hulk and Thor have both undergone massive changes recently, but one thing remains constant: their heated rivalry. With mysterious circumstances bringing them into conflict once more, will the God of Thunder be able to triumph against a Bruce Banner who can now control his rage? Celebrating the 60th anniversary of both characters, this epic 5-part crossover between the Thor and Hulk series starts here in this oversized Alpha issue. Brought to you by creators The God, Johnny Cates, and Martin Cocole. Key mini-series from both series will be revealed, as well as shocking consequences for the future of both characters. This one's gonna be good. Donnie Cates is writing it. I am already all in. Let's go. X-Men 11. The women of the X-Men are heading for the hottest action in the galaxy, Game World. But if it's true that the house always wins, our X-ladies might be in over their heads. Let's see what happens. And finally, we have Grimm #1. Jessica Harrow is dead, but her journey has only just begun. And that's all they give you on that. That's enough to have me a little intrigued. Like, wait a minute, who's Jessica Harrow? What's this journey? Why is it just beginning? Why is she dead? So many questions. And you can get all those answered this week by picking up these books and many more at your local comic book store. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all. Thunder!
Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude. I am the villain of the story.
Okay, Netflix is being sued by its own shareholders over subscriber slump. According to Variety, the online streaming giant has been hit with a lawsuit by its shareholders who claim that Netflix misled them about their extent of their recent subscriber losses. The lawsuit, filed on Tuesday in a federal district court in San Francisco, alleges that Netflix violated U.S. secretary laws by making materially false and or misleading statements to its shareholders. It's also claimed that Netflix failed to disclose material adverse facts about the company's business, operations, and prospects. Netflix lost a staggering 200,000 subscribers in the first 3 months of 2020, and according to reports, it has since responded to these massive drops with targeted cuts to its animation department, as well as canning its Tudum media outlet, an online editorial website that only operated for several months. It's looking really bad for Netflix, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, like it's looking all bad. Like, if there is still a Netflix in existence in 2023, I'll be surprised. Like, seriously, like, this is looking bad. And to think, I was almost a shareholder. I wanted to be one. I really did. But, you know, money, right? Speaking of Netflix, Cobra Kai Season 5 is arriving earlier than we expected. So it looks like Cobra Kai Season 5 is coming to Netflix on September 9th, several months earlier than it always does. Since the shift from YouTube to Netflix, new seasons of the show have been arriving on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve. Quote, "Our New Year's tradition just got bumped up a few months," declared on a post on the show's official Twitter account, alongside a short trailer that showcases a glimpse of where a few of the key characters are headed in the upcoming 5th season. I'm with it, you know? We can get it a little early. Let's get it a little early. I think this is going to be like, Season 5. I think they said they're going to do like 8 seasons. But, you know, as long as we keep watching them and binging them in a day or two, we're going to keep getting these seasons. I have no doubt about it. And plus, we're ready to see what's going to go on with Chosen now that he is with Daniel fighting against Terry Silver. Hopefully they bring back Mike Barnes. That was my dude in part 3. That was my dude. But anyway, that's just me. Another Suicide Squad spinoff is in the works. Despite seeing a middling reception at the box office and on HBO Max, Suicide Squad continues to get interesting spin-offs. First, there was the excellent Peacemaker series starring John Cena's horrible anti-hero and a surprisingly emotional romp. Now it seems that Amanda Waller, who featured in Suicide Squad, is getting her own spotlight. According to a report from Variety, Viola Davis is in talks to reprise her role as Waller in her own spin-off series. Sources say that the series will build off the end of Peacemaker. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched Peacemaker yet. In that show, Waller's daughter, Abedeo, played by Danielle Brooks, outed her mother for her clandestine operations, and the character's fate seemed in trouble. If it's Viola Davis, I'm sorry, I'm in. I don't care what it's about. I absolutely love that woman and everything she is in. So if Viola Davis is acting, Nix is watching. It's that simple. All right, y'all, let's hop into Thumb Life.
Peace, love, and video games!
It's on like Donkey Kong.
That man is playing Galaga.
All right, y'all, I only got one piece of news here for you for Thumb Life, and that is the AEW wrestling game gets an official title. The game's official title is now AEW Fight Forever. The game title was officially announced on their Twitter account, alongside 2 development updates giving fans a first look at Nyla Rose and Chris Statlander. While the videos make clear that gameplay is still in development and therefore not final, it gives what appears to be a fairly complete look at how AEW Fight Forever will play. Go check that out at their Twitter account, and y'all, it's a dope looking little game here. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with this one, especially with the developers being behind it. I am definitely looking forward to this. Well, y'all, that is the pod. I am going to go ahead and hop out of here. Thank you all for listening. Please be sure to like this podcast, subscribe to this podcast, let your boy know what you think about this podcast. Visit the website, doyouspeakgeek.com. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Check out the YouTube channel, like and subscribe there. And as always, people, live to play to win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?